Hey, buddy.
Hello, Jack.
That's a bit delayed.
I thought I had a burp lined up, but it didn't come. So
Do you like burping?
It's fine.
It's kind of, it's not bad, is it?
It's fine.
Sometimes I feel like it really does deflate you a little, and that's needed.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, I guess. I didn't really.
Anyway,
what's new with you this week? What's new with you this week?
Yeah, doing a little special episode today, aren't we? Because we record in advance, so we've had 2 game shows happen this week, so we're gonna have a little chat about them on a special Generation Platinum version of Just Two Friends Talking Gaming.
So, yeah, bonus ep.
Yeah, a little bonus. Bow, bow, bow. Explosions. Yeah, whatever. So we both watched them, kind of, right? So we watched the Disney Marvel one.
Yep.
We spoke in the group chat. Then the Ubisoft one was a little bit more difficult. So also that weekend, or this weekend for us, it was supposed to be the MCU Lucasfilm film and TV reveals. Now it's supposed to finish just as Ubisoft started, and it completely overran. I don't know how you.
I think it was about an hour.
Yeah.
Overran by.
So I don't know how you did it, but I was watching a streamer update me on the, well, not me specifically, update everyone on the. That'd be nice. Could you imagine?
Yeah.
Imagine having your own personal YouTuber just to do things for you. So I was watching the MCU one on my phone, and I was watching the Ubisoft one on the TV, and then just turning the volume up and down on each one, depending what looked interesting. So I have missed bits of the Ubisoft Forward, but I do have some information.
Yeah, I watched, like you, I watched kind of like a live updates for the LucasArts Marvel updates. And kind of, well, actually, I got an alert from you saying Assassin's Creed is on the Ubisoft Forward. Let's go.
Yeah.
So that's when I dived in. So I just watched the end of it. So some of this I've only just briefly heard about. So I'll kind of provide an opinion as we go through. But I didn't watch the whole thing. I was playing The Artful Escape at the time. So I was a bit preoccupied.
Multitasking to the max.
Yeah.
So we'll start with the Disney Marvel game show. For both this and Ubisoft, we're going to obviously talk in depth on things we care about and have something to say on, and then some of the others we'll probably just kind of casually mention, but we will touch on everything.
Mm-hmm.
So for Disney and Marvel, overall thoughts: good, bad, disappointing?
Meh. Just like
meh.
If there was, I don't really know a word for meh, but it was. It wasn't disappointing because there was some cool stuff there. I think there could have been more updates for certain things, like Spider-Man or Wolverine or something, something that the fans are looking forward to as opposed to just kind of new releases. But yeah, there was some cool stuff there. I'm excited for those things. What about you?
Yeah, I'm with you. It was a meh. It was only half hour. I think we all kind of went in thinking it was an hour. They may have said it was half hour and we just missed that, but I thought for sure it was going to be an hour.
I thought it was going to be longer than half an hour at the very least.
Yeah, and I would have guaranteed we saw Spider-Man. That was shown for the first time last year. We're, for the most part, coming towards the end of kind of game show events for the year. That doesn't mean Sony can't. I think that's it. We've got the Game Awards.
But there's not going to be like releases at the Game Awards, right?
There'll be reveals and updates for sure.
Really? I thought it was just purely like a awards thing. To be fair, you've probably watched more Game Awards than I have.
I was going to say, you've watched them with me. They always announce and reveal new things and give updates on...
Every year, I'm just like, oh, there's a gaming event on, like Gamescom, for example. Until it's on, I always forget that I've watched one before. I always think they're just new this year. So, my memory's awful.
So yeah, there'll be stuff shown there, and Sony at any point can come out and do their own event, but we are winding down now. So I don't know. It's weird that we didn't see it there, especially as it's been. When was it shown last year? Was it? How did it make its appearance? Maybe it's Sony's own event. I can't remember.
I think, was it not a state of play or something? No, it wouldn't have been that. It was Gamescom, I think.
I'm not sure, but either way, it's either been a year or it's close to it. Yes, I'm surprised we've not seen anything, unless our memories are terrible and it was this year. This year's been long, but yeah. So I'm surprised we didn't see Spider-Man. I didn't think we'd see Wolverine or anything, but yeah. And there's quite a few things rumoured that we would see that we didn't. There's supposedly a game by EA for Iron Man in the works.
Oh, yeah, I've heard about that.
That's true. We didn't see that. Supposedly there's a Black Panther game again by EA in the works. Didn't see that, but I don't know.
Yeah.
A little disappointing, and it did something that really annoyed me, and Ubisoft did the same, but I'll talk about it when we get there. So we're going to go through this article. Unfortunately, it's not in announcement order, but it does cover everything. So, Marvel Strike Force. You ever played this mobile game?
Yes. I think I have.
Me too. It's not bad. It's we're not mobile gamers, but for a mobile game, it's not bad.
Yeah, it was alright. What's the other one?
Future something. There's quite a few these days.
Which one is Strike Force? Is Strike Force the button mashing one or the card game one?
It's not the card game one, but it's not button mashing. I don't think. Maybe you haven't played Strike Force because there's two mobile games that are actiony. But yeah, we're not big mobile game players, so forgive us for not knowing much. I've certainly
Contest
played
of
Strike
Champions
Force.
is the one I'm thinking of.
Oh no,
That's the one I've played. I haven't played Strike Force.
Yeah, you build your own team and you strike. Funny enough, I don't know. It's been a while. I played it at launch and then I never went back. Because I'm not saying it's bad. It's just like I've already said, not mobile gamer. So Red Hulk is coming to it though. September the 13th. So when we record this, as we're recording this, 2 days from now. So yeah, cool. I'm sure there's people that are playing that will be excited. I think these characters come for free, or maybe there's a battle pass. I don't know. There was certainly no price mentioned. I love Red Hulk.
No,
from the
you probably have to do something in the game, don't you, like to get it?
Yeah, but yeah, it's not too bad. Wow, my PC's just decided it wants to give me every notification.
Excellent.
So, Disney Speedstorm. So we already knew about this. I'm pretty sure it's free to play when it comes out, whenever that is.
Yeah, correct.
It's basically Disney's Mario Kart, right? We saw various characters in it. We saw Captain Jack and stuff. But they were specifically announcing that Monsters, Inc. characters will come to it. This is coming to consoles, I believe. Yeah, I'm in. I don't know too much off the top of my head. If it is free to play, I'm even more in. If it's paid, it wouldn't be a day one for me. But yeah, Disney Mario Kart, why not? Fuck it.
Yeah, I mean, I'm sick of Mario Kart. So, what's the other one? Crash Racing. I was awesome at, and there's a Nickelodeon one as well, isn't there?
Kart race. Yeah, there is.
I'm so good at those like little like kart racing games. Actually, just racing games in general. So I'm very excited for this, especially if there's a platinum. And I know I'm a little whore for saying that, but yes, I am in, and I would spend money on it as well.
Yeah, I probably would spend money depending on characters they release. As I said, if it's like, I don't know, a 50 quid game at release, it probably wouldn't be a day one.
Oh,
but
yeah, no. It would be like a 20 quid game. I'd probably pay 20 quid. Anything more than that for a game like that is too much for my liking.
Yeah. But yeah, so I think we're both on the same page there. That will be a definite play, and there'll probably be a let's play. That's a nice, easy one to do. So
yeah, 100%.
We got a small bit of information for the Skywalker Saga, the Lego Star Wars game. More character packs, and there's a digital version of the game. I can't remember what they're calling it.
The Galactic
it's just
Edition.
The game. The Galactic Edition, of course, it's right in front of me. You can buy the packs separately, or you can get the Galactic Edition, which will contain all previous release characters and the new ones. They didn't specify every new character, but this article says Cassian Andor, Reva, and Captain Rex, and no fucking mention of Cal Kestis. Bullshit.
He's not gonna be in it.
But he's a Star Wars character.
No one likes him. No one likes him.
Oh yeah, because everyone's fucking demanding to play as Reva.
Yeah, I mean, you got me there.
So,
got me there.
Pretty sure Cal's a bit more popular than she is.
Yeah, no, I agree. I do like him really. I was just pulling your leg.
But yeah, this does nothing for me. It's Skywalker Sagas, both on our platinum list. I finished it. You finished it?
Yeah, I finished it.
Yeah, we're both working on the platinums, and by that we mean it's big. We put it down, and we haven't gone back to it.
Yeah, we finished the story, had a break, and
turned into a long break.
Yeah, I personally don't see the point of them releasing this so soon. I mean, I get it. I totally get it. But it's a fairly new release, this Skywalker Saga, right? It was this year.
It was April, I think, this year.
So it's not been that long.
4-ish months.
Yeah, I just don't see why they don't just... I mean, obviously it's profit, and profit is money. But why don't they just release like a full character pack, so you can get everything without having to buy the game again,
You can
I'm sure you can
separately, yeah.
Yeah, but I mean like all of the packs in one, so like a giant pack. Just sell that instead. People will still pay like a lot of money to have them all in one go, without having to re-release the game. It seems silly to me, and I hate it when companies do that.
I wonder if they didn't say anything about price, but I wonder if this new digital exclusive version will be a little bit cheaper than buying the main game. Just to be like, hey, if you haven't already jumped in and played this game, now you can with even more characters and for a bit cheaper.
Yeah, I mean that would be good for them to do that. That would be worth it.
Yeah, releasing October the 1st, I've got no intentions of buying the additional characters. But yeah, they're for people who want it, and I know a lot of people will pay. Especially if Cassian Andor hits, like if that show's really good, I think that pack might do
man,
well.
It looks good. It does. It looks good.
Yeah, we'll see on that one, but cool. Dreamlight Valley is getting an update pretty quick after they've just released it. Less than a week after it was released on Early Access, Disney Dreamlight Valley is looking to add a new Toy Story realm into the sim. The update will introduce characters like Woody and Buzz along new quests and new outfits coming later this year.
I'm so upset with this whole game.
Yeah. No, fuck you. This game's great. This game's amazing. I was playing it this morning before we started.
Really?
Yeah. I had to get Remy. I was recruiting him.
I can't bring myself to play it. Everyone says it's like Animal Crossing, and I hate Animal Crossing.
I would love to sit down and just like have a 4-hour conversation with someone about this game. But
yeah, well,
what can you do?
I
don't have many options there. My two options are your girlfriend who hasn't played it yet.
Yeah, she'll probably play it today, to be fair.
Or my ex, who's probably played it more than anyone in the world right now. So, yeah.
Yeah.
It's cool, though.
Yeah. I mean, the idea is cool. I think it's better than probably some of the other Disney games that they've released. It's not my jam. But I'm glad you're having fun with it.
I mean, this is one of those ones that's like a no-brainer, isn't it, for the game developer, which I think is Gameloft, famous for being a mobile game developer. Everyone fucking loved Stardew Valley and everyone loved Animal Crossing.
That is a good game.
So let's throw Disney skins on it and see how it does. And the game is a bit more than that, but it pretty much, if we're honest, is that. So it's no surprise. I've seen nothing but positive stuff from people playing this game. I imagine it's probably selling pretty well. I'll be interested to see its life cycle. I know before we get Buzz and Woody, we're going to get Lion King characters before that. So,
oh, really?
Mm-hmm. So that's, the game launched as of this recording. I'm just looking at the date. 4 days ago. And we already know we're getting 2 more free content packs with characters and stories and missions and clothes, etc. by the end of the year. So if they can keep that up and actually make those dates and keep going, this game could have a very long life cycle. And I mean, let's be honest, there's no shortage of Disney characters to pull from.
Yeah, you're kind of making me want to play it. I'm not lying. It's like 25 quid though. Clear?
You have Game Pass.
I wouldn't play it on that.
Why?
Platinums.
Nah, man. If it's anything like the Xbox achievement list, it's got like 6 achievements and all ridiculously hard.
No, I'm having a look now. There's more. There's like.
Oh, it's the platinum got.
There's
some
like
proper
16.
trophies.
Yeah, it's like just. It looks like it's just claiming rewards for tasks. They're probably hard tasks if they're similar to the Xbox One, but. Yeah, I'd probably buy it.
It is going. It should be. I've heard this from quite a few places that supposedly it's going free to play once it's out of its early access.
Oh, really?
Supposedly so. I mean, I've got Game Pass, so I haven't paid for it anyway. But yeah, apparently once it's out of its early access, it'll be free to play. But that could be years. We've seen how long games can sometimes live there. So, but yeah, exciting one. Hopefully that game has a nice long life to it. What else have we got? Classic Sega Mega Drive title Gargoyles is being remastered by Disney. I don't know what this is, and I don't care.
It's the gargoyles from Hunchback of Notre Dame.
Yeah, don't care.
I don't care. It's like
Sorry, guys.
they in the presentation they prefaced it with we released Aladdin and Lion King. I don't care. Like even then, I don't care. I never played it.
Don't care.
Yeah, it's the gargoyles from. I think so.
Well, yeah, I'm sure people out there are interested in this. I mean, they didn't show a trailer. They didn't show, or did they? No, they showed
a bit of gameplay.
No, I think that was 2 seconds of the original gameplay. I don't think it was of the new gameplay. Well, if it is, it doesn't look like a remaster based on that really quick. I don't know.
Yeah.
People will care. I fucking don't. Get a first look at the gameplay of Aliens Dark Descent. I shall let you talk about this because I don't care about the Aliens franchise. Yeah, they showed a gameplay trailer. Thoughts?
Yeah, I honestly can't remember what it was. And that sounds really bad. But I remember watching it and being like, this looks poo.
Yeah.
And I like Alien games. Isolation was great. It's a top-down. It's like Helldivers. I don't overly enjoy those type of games, which is probably why I was like, nah. It looks like it could be fun if you're into that sort of thing. Like, as an Aliens game, top-down kind of game, like, it looks cool, but I remember, for me, I'm just like, nah. But what I am glad about is that they are busting out Alien games. Because there was another one recently, I'm pretty sure.
Yeah, Fireteam or something like that. But they never come out to much, do they? Let's be honest. They get reviews and then no one plays them for long.
Yeah, I think they go in the wrong way. Like, they're always kind of following the Aliens kind of idea where it's like all guns blazing, shoot, bang, bang, there's an alien. None of them are following like Alien, which is what Alien Isolation did, where it's like it's a mystery, it's suspense. You have to hide. You have to be scared. It's a horror game. It's a horror film. Like that's how they should do it. And there's just too much shooting. It kind of ruins the idea of aliens. And that's me. It sounded really snobby then. But if they just pump out all these like Bulletstorm games, it's just I didn't see the point.
Yeah, don't care.
Fair enough. Yeah.
Return to Monkey Island, which apparently is out next week.
Doesn't bother
just
me.
over a week. Yeah, it doesn't bother me. I know we're in the wrong there. I know this game is precious to a lot of people. Just never hit with me.
Yeah, I used to have a couple of friends that swore by the first. I think there's about 5 of them, but I actually don't know. But swore by like the first game, and they showed me it once, and I was just like, this is kind of okay, but like it's not what I want to play. It's not how I want to spend 20 hours of my life. But yeah, no, I'm glad like a cult classic has been hyped up for a sequel. That's great, but
yeah,
and it is great if more things like that could happen. But yeah, it doesn't. I'm just not bothered by it.
No, me either. Okay. So, free-to-play card game Marvel Snap, which is clearly fucking solitaire, and they even reference that in the trailer, is coming next month. Marvel Snap is a free-to-play collectible card game set in the Marvel universe featuring Boo on board.
Yeah.
Yeah. Don't care. Mobile game, don't care.
No.
You'll never get me talking about mobile games in depth. I mean, it's free-to-play, apparently over 150 heroes and villains. Launches globally in October 18th. I don't care.
Doesn't help if the game's poo though. Like if the game's boring to play, and if it is just like solitaire or Snap, they're like the most boring card games going. Like solitaire is a solo game that you play, and Snap is for kids. Like, oh yeah, great, you've got heroes and villains, but like, and as you said, mobile games. The only mobile game I'm playing at the moment is this like idle penguin game. You just like make this Arctic base for this penguin, so they just collect coins. It's great.
Incredible.
Anyway.
Well, and I was thinking this last night. Clearly, we know mobile games has a huge fan base because there's never fucking not a new mobile game coming out. But yeah, doesn't hit with me. So skip.
No, just mobile games. It's just not for me.
Yeah. Talking of skipping video games, Avatar Reckoning. A sneak peek at the mobile MMO RPG shooter out in 2023 looks absolutely god-awful.
I just don't get why it's on mobile.
No. Again,
like,
clearly there's clearly a huge fan base for mobile games. It clearly does well. It clearly makes money. But it's always funny when... I want to say this carefully because if you play mobile games, of course you're a gamer. But there's certainly a sect of gamers that doesn't consider it gaming, whether that's right or wrong. And I unfortunately feel most of the people... It's always that thing. It's the silent majority and the quiet minority. The loud minority. And it's always us idiots shouting, oh, mobile games are shit. And then you look around, you go, who's actually playing this? Everyone's saying it's shit. Because we're the loud minority, but clearly the majority of people that are saying silent are playing this.
Yeah, well, there's
that metaphor.
Yeah. We got your.
You got my gist. Lots of people play it; they just don't speak.
Yeah, and there's a buttload of people that, play mobile games that don't play any others because they either don't have a console or can't afford it. I mean, there's kids who have phones. Everyone has a smartphone these days, and every smartphone can play pretty much any game. So there's kids, and then there's old people that don't want to invest in, consoles or high-end PC, and they dominate the market. Those two groups. So yeah, I think that's where it comes from.
Yeah, didn't look good though.
I think it would be good if it was on console, and I'd play it if it was on PlayStation, or at least I'd give it a go. But I'm going to give it a go on mobile anyway. But that's because I like Avatar, not because I'm a mobile gamer.
Speaking of Avatar on console, Avatar Frontiers of Pandora, set for 2023, which will not make its release date, I guarantee that now.
100% it won't.
Had a new trailer, a glimpse of gameplay. Sorry. This article says it showed gameplay. I must have been asleep because I didn't notice any gameplay. Neither did I. Not any new... I'm going to skip through it now.
Gameplay. I think the trailer is gameplay. I think it's all within the game. It's like alpha testing or whatever, but it's still... I think it's all gameplay.
Yeah, it's not obvious to see that.
Which means it looks great, obviously.
It's that, or it's actually secretly a CGI trailer, which is instinct.
Yeah, well, maybe, but... I mean, an open world Ubisoft Avatar game. I'm in, day one.
Yeah, well, you'll be the only one. Marvel World of Heroes. Nah, you'll be lots of people, I'm sure. I just don't really care for Avatar.
Yeah.
This ended the show, which is just so fucking bizarre, this game. Marvel World of Heroes is Pokemon Go for the Avengers. Niantic, has teamed up with Marvel Entertainment to develop Marvel World of Heroes, mobile AR game that lets players create their very own learn to write. Sorry, news article. Very own superhero team up with their favorite Marvel characters in the real world. I don't care. I didn't care for Pokemon Go. I don't care for this. Oh, but this will sell millions. Or not even sell. Millions will download this.
100%.
Pokemon Go, but Marvel. This will do very well. But I don't care.
I don't know if it will. Because...
I mean, Pokemon Go did.
Yeah, but the Harry Potter version didn't. The Jurassic Park version didn't. The Witcher version didn't.
Very true.
So,
very, very
why...
true. The Walking Dead version.
Exactly. Like, yeah, okay, it's Marvel's, but...
Yeah, I think if any of them were going to replicate Pokemon Go's success, it would be a Marvel type thing, but I don't know.
It doesn't make any sense. Like, Pokemon Go makes sense because your phone is like a Pokedex and you walk around and you catch Pokemon. Like, it makes sense. A Marvel game like this doesn't. You have no why would you want to go walking for Thanos? You know, it doesn't make any sense.
Well, if I can go walking for Scarlet Witch, I'll walk for fucking days.
Yeah,
I would be in for that. No Simp September failed.
Oh god.
Yeah, just weird to end on this one. Especially after what was before it, which we'll get to in a minute. But yeah, I don't know. This was weird. And the trailer was crap. Oh well.
Yep.
2D platformer Disney Illusion Island is coming exclusively to Nintendo Switch. Starring Mickey, Minnie, Donald and Goofy, Disney Illusion Island is a 2D platformer that tasks players with exploring the mysterious islands of Monoth and recovering 3 mystical books to save the world from disaster. Out in 2023, again an exclusive and allows up to 4 players on couch co-op. This looks cool. I don't have a Switch anymore, but it looks cool.
No.
I would play this if I still had my Switch.
I have problems with it.
Okay.
One, it looks like a bad Cuphead, like, knockoff.
It does have Cuphead vibes, doesn't it?
Right? That's all I thought. Cuphead. That's all I thought about when I watched it. There's... the Switch exclusive annoys me. I mean, fair enough, Switch should have exclusives, but this is a game that would do very well across the board. As you said, like, you don't have a Switch. A lot of people don't have Switches. Well, I mean, a lot of people do, but yeah, It
is a weird exclusive.
It's a very strange one.
I don't know when the last time we saw a Disney exclusive was, but yeah.
I'm going to Google it.
I think this game will probably do well. It looks cool. As I said, it's certainly something I would play if they put it on other platforms. Shame it's not, but what can you do? But yeah, Cuphead vibes, definitely. Maybe not in terms of difficulty and stuff, but like the art direction for sure.
Yeah, and the platforming, the whole... Like, if you put 2 pictures next to each other, you'd be like, this could be the same game.
Yeah.
But one's Disney. It's almost like it's Cuphead, but with Disney characters. Yeah.
So, final one we'll talk about, which should have ended the game, ended the show, and it didn't, is, well, it's fucking called Nothing. And this is where my rant's about to take place. The Marvel project from Uncharted director Amy Hennig's new studio, Skydance New Media, has finally been revealed. The untitled game will star Captain America and Black Panther in World War II, and it will take... place in Europe and Wakanda. According to... Oh, hold on. Dying over here. According to Skydance, players can look forward to intuitive controls and exhilarating second-to-second gameplay that captures the action and excitement of Marvel, inspired by landmark comics, television and films, as they navigate this all-new, globe-trotting adventure. This article doesn't mention it, but there's also 2 other characters. One with Cap, who is not Bucky, before anyone asks. I can't remember his name, but it's not Bucky. It's another Howling Commando, but not one of the big ones. And a Wakandian, what I thought was warrior, but is apparently a spy, and again, a name that I didn't necessarily recognise.
The names are Gabriel Jones, is
Thank you.
The Howling Commando, and Nanali, the leader of the fledgling Wakandan spy network.
Cool. So those are 4 characters. They showed a teaser trailer, which was basically a concept art trailer.
Yeah.
I have huge issues with this. So before I rant and rave, why don't you bring in the positiveness?
Sure. My cat is just doing some weird stuff. She's like trying to get in a box.
Is it Schrodinger's cat?
She might as well be. Yes, Black Panther and Captain America. It's definitely not coming out for years yet. I think it could be cool. I don't really have any thoughts on it. I mean I heard it rumored like just before.
Yeah, it leaked, didn't it? Unfortunately.
Yeah. And I think it could be very, very cool. They have to do it very well though. Oh, I'm just looking at that teaser image. Can you see the skull in the background? It's definitely going to be Red Skull, right? Oh, Hydra, yeah.
In the trailer, you see Hydra documents.
Oh, yes, obviously. Yeah. No, I think it could be cool. They're going to have to get it well done. Yeah. That's all I have to say about it. They're doing a Star Wars game as well, aren't they? She is. And Skydance, right?
They were. I can't remember if they still are. I think they might still be doing it. I'm not sure.
Okay, hit me with your rant.
This concept is cool. It's very cool, actually. And has the potential to be a fantastic game. Don't need to hear about it. And I don't want to hear about it. When you're trying to tell me about a new game and you don't have a title for it, I'm not expecting to see the game for 3 or 4 years. And I'm getting a bit sick of this. And we're going to see this as we talk about Ubisoft as well. And we've seen it recently with Star Wars in particular, but all game companies are guilty of this. You know, we got the Knights of the Old Republic remake, which is clearly still years and years away. And the Quantic Dream one, which is still years and years away. I want to know your
Eclipse. Sorry.
Yeah, Eclipse. Yeah. I want to know about your game about 6 months before it comes out. Don't need to hear about it 5 years before it comes out, or 4 years, or whatever it's going to be. And I'm getting a bit done with this because I know it's exciting, and I'm sure there's reasons for it. You know, stockholders and fucking corporate ladder and all that kind of stuff for why you need to build up hype and get these things announced and out there. But I really like when games are announced and then it's coming that same year. You know, Fallout 4 did it not too long ago. Dead Island 2 recently, you know, it was announced. Yes, it was announced 6-7 years ago, whatever. But I mean, proper announced since it's got through its troubles. It was announced a few weeks ago and it'll be out in a few months. And that's how I feel like this all should be. How you're telling me about a game you guys haven't even named yet, or if you've named it, you're not willing to say it externally. That's got to be a new low for announcing games too early. I don't need to hear about it right now. And it baffles me that we didn't get even a small update on Spider-Man 2. But we now know about this game. I don't even know what to call it. Because they don't know what to call it. I think it's too soon, you know. It's probably almost definitely not 2023. So let's be generous and say 2024. We hear about this game 2 years before it's going to come out. What other kind of media does that? Sure, films to an extent, but not really. We might not even hear anything about this in 2023 at all. If there's a massive delay that hits this game could now go quiet until 2024. So what was the point? You're just, I don't know. It doesn't sit right with me. I don't enjoy this kind of stuff. I don't see the point. I can't be excited by something that's got no name and has no real concept behind it, except for on Black Panther and Captain America.
Yeah, no, I mean, I agree, which is probably why I have really limited feelings about it. Like, yeah, it's going to be cool. Like, you know it's going to be cool. But, yeah, no, I agree. And I think 2024 is being generous.
I do as well.
I think it's probably because Skydance New Media is a new company, as far as I'm aware. So they need to, you know, really, really push their IPs that they have. And if they've got nothing, they're going to need to. I'm looking at the page now. They don't have anything. They're new.
Sure, but this could have been a blog post. hey,
Yeah.
just so you know, we're a new studio. We've partnered with Marvel to make a Captain America and Black Panther game. The end. That would have been good enough. Instead, you
Yeah.
took up 2 or 3 minutes trying to desperately talk about a trailer that shows. All right, it is a cool trailer. I don't want to be too harsh, but just it's a new. As I said, it's a new low when you can't even be bothered to name your game before you show it to the world.
Yeah.
If we talk about in TV, we talk about these water cooler moments from episodes. What happens in that episode that you're going to be talking about with your friends until the next episode. What am I going to say to Mark? Hey, Mark, do you want to talk about? Sorry, Jack. Talk about what? Oh, that thing. What thing? I don't know. It's not got a fucking name.
What would you call it?
I don't know. It depends. It would have to depend, I guess, probably based on the storyline. It'd be interesting. They probably shouldn't try and shove both Black Panther and Captain America's name in it. It should have a name that doesn't include either. Otherwise, it'll be something like Captain America and Black Panther team up for blah blah blah. But they're going to shove both their names in it because it needs that recognition on a game shelf, doesn't it?
It could be a Marvel team up.
Yeah, Marvel team or Marvel's not Defenders because that's already a group. It could be like Marvel's Defenders or something like that, or Marvel's give them a team name kind of thing or a partnership name.
Or it'd be like Marvel, or like Marvel presents World War Wakanda or something. I don't know.
Yeah, I don't know.
It's either going to be a dumb name or it's going to be too long.
Yeah,
I don't think it's going to be a good name. But yeah, on New Media's page, all they've got is we're teaming up with LucasArts. We're teaming up with Marvel. That's it. They don't have anything. Oh, and a picture of the teaser poster for Black Panther and Captain America.
No one's going to be talking about your game when there's nothing to talk about, so I'm not really sure what the point of this was. No, it'll come up casually in mentions in a year's time when people are like, oh, maybe we'll see another trailer for this. But yeah. Ubisoft does this way worse, and then in the next stuff we'll talk about for me, I think.
Do you know what's done it worse?
On?
What? Is it Beyond Good and Evil?
Wow, yeah, that's not good. That game's never seen the light of day. Oh,
that's
Prince
never
of Persia.
Yeah.
So should we move over to Ubisoft? And that was the Marvel show.
I'd say there's 2 more things just to quickly mention. Obviously, Midnight Suns, new release date. It's above. On the article, it's above.
Okay.
So Midnight Suns, new release date December 2nd. And I'm hyped for it. I was hoping they were going to announce like an even sooner release date, like October or something. But yeah, no, I'm very hyped for that. What about you?
Yeah, no, these kind of games, the gameplay-wise, is not normally for me, but Gears Tactics actually kind of got me into this gameplay a bit more. So yeah, I'm excited for it. Maybe not a day one purchase, especially in fucking December. But yeah, definitely, this is definitely a buy. Definitely looking forward to it. And the concept's cool. Look at all the, you can't see what we're seeing, but I can see a thumbnail for a trailer. And that black and gold is just fucking fantastic. And it's got Scarlet Witch in it, so, it's worth every penny.
I mean, it's got Blade in it. Anything that has Blade in it, I'm in. Though the only problem I have is the Ghost Rider's not Johnny Blaze.
Get over yourself.
It's Reyes.
Oh, wow.
I like Nicolas Cage, Johnny Blaze.
No one else does. And then finally they showed, well, actually they started with Tron. Tron Identity, a new extension of the Tron franchise. The adventure will follow Query, a detective program tasked with uncovering the mystery of what was taken and by whom. Made by Bithell Games. Do you know who they are?
Nope.
Thomas Was Alone. They did that. What was that? Robin Hood, but set modern. That they got Andy Serkis in for. I platinumed it. I should know this.
Never heard of it.
I'm gonna look at my list. Subsurface Circular, those kind of games. Nothing for you?
No, I've never heard of these
words at you.
Projects. I'm looking. What the fuck is Thomas Was Alone? Is that the one with the image of like the color spectrum one?
It's the coloured squares game.
Yeah. I've never played it.
Volume was the Robin Hood one.
Volume.
I don't think you've played it. They did John Wick Hex.
Actually, I remember you talking about Volume.
Tron was very good. Very nice platinum as well.
Not my
I think it's a
jam.
PlayStation Vita platinum for me.
Oh god.
Anyway, not into Tron, so not too bothered. But I know the game studio is pretty cool.
Yeah,
So good for them.
I like Tron.
Yeah.
I'm a bit older than you though, so that's probably why.
Right. Ubisoft.
Ubisoft.
Now that, yeah. So again, as I said, we've kind of on and off watched this, and even less of this worked for me than it did for the Marvel and Disney event. What did you think from your little bits of watching?
I think that they don't have a lot going on by the looks of it. As I said, I've only watched the Assassin's Creed bit really and seen the highlights, but I mean the games that they've shown in this Ubisoft Forward, like they've got a whole event talking about their stuff and they're showing old stuff or things that people. I mean, there's probably a big player base for some of them, but like none of it really tickled my pickle. So yeah.
Yeah, this event didn't do much for me either. But we shall go through it. Ubisoft Plus celebrates its 3rd anniversary with a gift to PC, Google Stadia, and Amazon Luna players. To celebrate the 3rd anniversary, players will get Ubisoft Plus multi-access for free until October the 10th. Okay.
Cool. I didn't know
Biggest news.
I didn't know Ubisoft Plus was a thing.
It's part of it's included in the PlayStation Premium service. That's where all the Ubisoft games come from.
All right.
Yeah, I don't care either. The biggest news actually here is that Google Stadia and Amazon Luna are still alive, and that is a hilarious joke.
Yeah. Yep.
Netflix and Ubisoft are partnering on a live-action Assassin's Creed adaptation alongside 3 mobile games based on Assassin's Creed, Valiant Hearts, and Mythic Quest.
Hell yes. Sorry.
Netflix and Ubisoft, no, it's fine, have partnered up to develop not only a live-action adaptation of Assassin's Creed, hell yes, very excited for that, but also 3 exclusive Ubisoft mobile games for its players with a Netflix subscription. These games include a sequel to Valiant Hearts, a roguelite-inspired Mighty Quest for Epic Loot, and a new original Assassin's Creed game. These games will be free on the Netflix app for those with a subscription and will have no ads or in-app purchases. Who is playing these Netflix mobile games?
I don't know, but it's a new thing, isn't it? Like streaming games. I noticed it the other day or the other week. We were looking through Netflix and it just popped up. Play these games. I think there's a Stranger Things game and stuff, but we were just like, what?
Can you only play them on your phone?
No, you can play them. Oh, I mean, we saw them on the TV, or the PlayStation, I think. So I'm sure you can.
We might have to do a little deep dive now. If it's no extra cost, it just comes with our Netflix subscription. It might be worth having a little deep dive and a discussion about that one day.
Have a little look. Yeah, right.
But yeah, cool. Assassin's Creed show. We'll see if that's any good.
Well, that's been rumoured, or it's been announced for a long time, confirmed.
I don't have high hopes because we're still waiting on that Division movie that they announced with Jake Gyllenhaal. He might have actually been recast since then. Pretty sure they did an update on it a few years ago. Maybe he's not in it anymore. And then we had that Splinter Cell Tom Hardy, I think. I don't know. They announced a bunch of things that never fucking came to fruition. So we'll see.
I think this will though, because Assassin's Creed is so big, and they didn't do so well with the film. I think they want to redeem themselves. And plus Netflix, they'll probably happily chuck money at it because they'll get more people in. It seems like Netflix are just chucking money at like game franchise for them to make stuff. I mean, you got The Witcher. They've got the cyberpunk anime. That's Edge Runners, I think it's called. Now they've got this. So I think Netflix is going to try and do this whole game adaptation thing.
Yeah, we shall see. Not much to say there, unfortunately.
No.
Brawlhalla, is crossing over with Castlevania. I don't care.
I don't care for either.
I know the Castle. Go on.
I just said I know that Castlevania is like okay.
Yeah.
People like it, but I don't care for either personally.
Yeah, I know a lot of people like Castlevania. It's not for me. I didn't realise Brawlhalla was still going. Good for that game. But I don't care. Moving on swiftly. Mythic Quest Season 3 gets a new sneak peek. Hell fucking yes. I love this show. I fucking love this show. You've not seen it, right?
No, I haven't watched it. You've been telling me to watch it for years, and I just goes in one ear out the other, and I forget about it.
Yeah, fantastic little show. Season 3 has no release date yet, unfortunately, but they gave a little sneak peek look. I wouldn't really call it a trailer. Half the footage was from previous seasons. But yeah, very exciting for us that do like that show. Yeah, looking forward to seeing where that one goes.
Nice.
You should watch it. Don't be a bitch.
I will watch it. I will.
Oh, you lying piece of shit. The Crew 2 is getting ice tracks for the first time. Again, didn't realise the Crew 2 was still alive. What's even crazier, Season 6, Episode 2, Dominion
Jesus.
Frozen will arrive on September 14th, and will bring with it ice tracks for the first time. There will be 9 new events to partake in, and the season will also add 50 tiers of rewards, including special edition vehicles such as the Celine S7 Twin Turbo Glacier Edition Hypercar, Jesus, the Mazda RX-3 Supercharged Edition Street Race, Jesus, and the Dodge SRT Viper GTS Lightning Edition Street Race. Fuck me. Don't care.
Did you ever play it? First one?
Yeah, I did. I'm not a racing game guy, so I'm biased here, so if you want to say anything, I'll leave you to it.
No, I didn't. I didn't like it. I bought it when I first got my PlayStation 4. It was one of the kind of soon releases after it came out. And it was like a only online game. So, yeah, you had to have a PS Plus subscription, which was annoying. But no, I didn't like it. Never finished it. And it surprised me that number 2 came out. And it surprises me, as you said, that number 2 is still going on. So
the madness of it is Season 6, Episode 2. How many episodes a fucking season?
It's got to be 2, right? One, the first half and second half, like Summer and Winter Olympics, I'm thinking. I don't know. I haven't looked into it.
Riders Republic is teaming up with Vans, and it's getting a BMX biking. The worlds of Riders Republic... Sorry, this is still just so fucking dumb. The worlds of Riders Republic and Vans are colliding at the popular brand will be making its way... This fucking sentence makes no sense. Into Ubisoft's Extreme Sports game. We'll also get a look at Riders Republic's 4th season, which... I can't. I don't care. How's this game still going?
It's a bad game.
It is a bad game. Very bad game. And poor Vans putting their name on it. Please don't do that, Vans. I love you.
They must be paying a lot of money. Like, it had such potential, right? I mean, I haven't played it recently. I played it when it first came out, but it had such potential. Like, Steep was amazing and is still amazing. But Riders Republic, spiritual successor to old Steepy, came out and I was like, this could be cool. Played it, platinumed it, dog shit. Just a bad game. And an unhealthy, toxic community. They're just, I don't like it. No, boo. I put my thumbs down to this. Thumbs down.
That's an official first Just Two Friends Talking Gaming thumbs down. The Division...
I've done a couple of thumbs down today. But this is a double thumbs down from me and you.
Yeah. Hold on. Ready? Go. Double thumbs down.
Double thumbs down.
The Division Resurgence, a mobile spin-off, is accepting sign-ups for its next testing phase. The Division Resurgence is a new mobile title set in the Division universe, and Ubisoft has currently welcomed those interested, no one, in trying out and signing up for the next testing phase. Don't care.
Just make Division 3. Come on, at this point.
What is going on over there with their mobile games? I don't know if you know this, but last week, a new Ubisoft mobile game, which is a failed Far Cry game, it's not in the universe anymore, but that's how it started, came out on last week, and no one fucking knew about it. Who promoted that? No one. They spunked it on the store. Do you remember when I was playing that rollerblading game that came free to consoles?
Yeah.
From Ubisoft. What happened to that?
Today,
that's only a few months old. This wasn't in this show.
I always see it on the store and I'm like, maybe I'll play that, but no, I don't, because I don't know anything about it.
I think it's dead. They just won't admit it. I mean, as I said, it's only been out a few months and there was no mention of it on this show. No hype for a new season or a new battle pass or whatever they do. Don't know.
Right.
The Division 2 Season 10. I love The Division, but seriously, when you get to Season 10, just make the third fucking game.
Yeah, make a third one. Come on.
Yeah. I mean, it's impressive. It's gone this long. Price of Power will have agents hunting down General Peter Anderson. The coming season of The Division 2 Season 10 Price of Power will see agents embark on a new manhunt to track down General Peter Anderson, a True Sons leader trying to ally with the Black Tusk against the Division. The new season will launch on September 13th. This article, I don't think mentions it, but they officially announced another whole new year of content as well, which I think is either year 5 or year 6. Madness. I love
That
the
is
Division.
impressive.
I'm a big Division fan, more so 1 than 2. And 2 didn't. 2's great, but for some reason I just didn't play that as much as I did the first one. But yeah, I do really love the Division. I always keep going back to Division 2 and then stopping because life is busy and that game takes a lot. But yeah, I mean, good for them. There's clearly a huge fan base that you're on your year 5 or year 6 of content. That's amazing.
Yeah,
just make
I
a
mean,
third game.
yeah, I mean, I am new to the Division. I didn't play number 1, but played number 2 with you recently. Because you're always bitching at me to get the Division, so I finally did. It surprised me about the game community still going. It was an old game, you know. Surprised me about how many. Yeah, so it surprised me how many people are still playing it. Oh well, it's got season 10, so there's got to be enough people
Yes,
to
and instead of
create
making
new
the
content.
third game, they are doing the Division Heartland. It is gearing up for another testing phase. The Division Heartland is the free-to-play game set in the world of Ubisoft Master's Tom Clancy series. It's still on track for release in 22 or 23. Well, that's not really on track then, is it? PC, consoles, and cloud. Ubisoft wasn't ready to be more specific for a release date, but they did show a gameplay trailer, and this looks great. I'm in, and it's free, so I'm already in. Just because.
Is it like a So I missed this. Is it like a Fortnite kind of battle royale? type
No,
thing?
they haven't specifically, I think, gone into detail in the modes, but I don't think it certainly doesn't look like a battle royale. And from what the leaks have said, there is no battle royale mode. It's a PvPvE world or a PvP mode as well. Watch the trailer in a bit. It's cool. Looks good, and it's free. So
Always like a good free game.
Up for that. Speaking of games that just won't die, Rainbow Six mobile gameplay revealed. Gameplay was shown for Rainbow Six, the mobile version, which is a free-to-play game that was built from the ground up for mobile. For those interested in giving it a shot, there'll be a closed beta on September the 12th, and Google Play users can sign up now. Don't care.
I almost
But
fell
man,
asleep when you were talking then, because
Rainbow Six has got legs. It's got legs. You got to give that. I'm pretty sure they're still doing new seasons for the console version as well.
I just don't get it. What
Unlike
was that new Rainbow
Extract-
Six? That's the one.
Extraction. Yeah, that kind of went nowhere, didn't it?
Man, it was good. Oh, no, it wasn't good. It was okay. It was a stealth
good for
game,
the first
though.
few rounds.
I just don't get why they made it a full stealth game. Like you can't win unless you unless you stealth it, and it's dumb.
Who knows what Ubisoft is doing? They certainly don't. Just Dance 2023 was announced with a holiday release, and it looks
Great.
and it looks to sport a shiny new look. The newest entry will arrive in holiday 2020 for all Xboxes and PS5 and Switch, and will scale a brand new dance on demand platform alongside new one. That's good.
Wow.
I'm not even going. I don't care. Trackmania is headed to consoles with cross-platform play and cross-progression. Never played Trackmania.
Isn't Trackmania out already?
Yeah, after years of being a PC exclusive, the Trackmania is finally heading to consoles in 2023 with the previously said cross-play and cross-progression. No version for Switch was mentioned. Cool.
Oh, cool. It's like a... Wait, there's Trackmania Turbo on PlayStation Store. Is that the same thing?
But I guess Trackmania is... I don't know. Not another one that's not for me.
It looks like it could be fun. It's like Scale Electrics.
I might give it a try.
Like Hot Wheels.
Hot Wheels. Skull and Bones shows off ship customization and the trading network called The Helm. It is finally set to release on November the 8th, and during the forward, the trailer focused on how the ship can be customized, how the in-game trading network works, and a few more things. I think they showed off treasure hunts at the pirate headquarters. Yeah, so we spoke about this not too long ago, Skull and Bones. It really does seem there's going to be very little land gameplay. I think these treasure hunts probably won't be very big. And I don't think it's like across multiple islands. I think it's just on one particular island. Still excited for this game. Still very much looking forward to it. I'm not sure this trailer was needed. I don't ever really dig customization trailers. But you know, it is what it is. I'm already in, so I don't really need to see much more of this game. I still have the same concerns on its legs, which is ironic considering it's on sea. How long this game will last. They did speak briefly about how they plan on supporting this game for years. And if it's popular, as we've just spoken about, something like Rainbow Six or Division 2, this could get, 5 or 6 years of content and become a very different game. But we'll see if it has that kind of potential.
It has to have that replayability, though, because from what I've seen, it's going to be very samey. Yeah, again, I'm going to get it day one. Well, that first week, at least. And I want that platinum, so
yeah.
So I'm gonna have to play it a lot. I think it's gonna be one of those games where it's gonna need a certain amount of hours. I just read here that it's got cross-platform, which is cool. I didn't know that, and that should, if there's any issues with like just one console dominating the rest. It should help in general. Like, imagine if nobody bought it on PlayStation, there's just a handful, and you could never, really find a good multiplayer server. Those issues are now gone. So, yeah, I've got high hopes for it, but I'm just worried. Is my problem? Yeah. Worried it's not going to be good, or it's going to be missing something.
I'm very much with you on that one. Mario and Rabbids Sparks of Hope will get post-launch content with Rayman. I don't care.
I've heard that Rayman has ankles. Is that...
Has what?
Is that right? Ankles.
I didn't watch this. I was the first thing they showed, and I was still watching them. That was when Secret Invasion trailer dropped, so I was fucking not paying attention.
Yeah.
But they showed off a brand new trailer showcasing adorably chaotic gameplay. Confirmed we'll be getting DLC, including one that'll bring Rayman into the world. Okay, cool. Clearly, again, one of those that's popular, but not for us, because these games have been going for a little while now.
Yeah.
So let's get in to the big one, the one we care about the most. And I know we're reading off the same article, but I'm probably going to try and do this in somewhat release order. So, first things first. Let's get Valhalla out of the way, because that's the smallest thing. Valhalla will be getting a new free DLC update called The Last Chapter, which will tie up loose ends to Eivor's story. Don't have much to say on this. I did play and platinum Valhalla. It's a fantastic game, but I've not gone back for any of their paid DLC. So I really don't know what the state of that game is.
I'm waiting until it's cheap, like all the DLC together, and then I'm probably going to go back, because there's a lot of gameplay for it, and I think there's a lot of like background story as well, like with the what they're called, the Isu and Odin and that jazz. I think there's a lot of lore that could be missed from this one, which is a bit of a shame. Because you have to buy it to know the full story. It's the same with what's it called, Odyssey. There was a lot of DLC for that I didn't play. I've read up about, but it also again shows that sub story of the Isu, and it's like, oh well, there's actually quite a bit missing. But it could be quite fun.
It all looks very good. All the DLC. It's just something I've not gone back and paid for. Yeah, so sorry about that. I had to take a call. So yeah, it's one of those things that I would like to go back and play those games. Unfortunately, if I'm going to do it, I want to do it on PS5, which means replaying Valhalla, which means re-platinuming it, which means losing 300 hours of my life. So no plans initially, but it all looks cool. And again, like we spoke about earlier, some of these games, when they are popular, Ubisoft really do support for years. So it's cool. Now, the big one for me, Assassin's Creed Mirage. This trailer was fan-fucking-tastic. Following its reveal last week, aka it got fucking leaked, Assassin's Creed Mirage has its big reveal. It is confirmed that this new adventure will take place in Baghdad, 20 years before the events of Assassin's Creed Valhalla. It will star Basim, and it is designed to be a modern take on the original gameplay template for the early Assassin's Creed game. Some of the things this article doesn't mention. Jeez, I'm down with the kids.
Wow.
Doesn't mention, bro. Doesn't mention is that, so we're seeing him from 17 years old when we start the game. He's going to be recruited by the Hidden Ones, who aren't quite the assassins yet, but they have a lot of that familiar look and feel to it, with the white costumes and the hidden blades and the Assassin's Creed logo that we've all come to know and love. We're going to see him go from street thief all the way up to master assassin, basically just before he goes off and has his adventures in Valhalla. We're assuming he's going to obviously fall victim to Loki at some point, because we know that's where
I've
his
heard
story
this.
ends. And
I've heard that he's going to be plagued by visions of Loki throughout the thing.
Well, at the end of the trailer, we see, is it pronounced Djinn or Jin?
Jin.
We see a Jin, which I'm assuming at least is going to be what Loki takes the form of in this game, because that obviously fits very much of that mythology of that era. We know it's going to return to stealth parkour and a big focus on assassinations, and I watched the breakdown for it last night, and it's very much taking heavy inspiration from Assassin's Creed 1. We know it's going to have throwing knives and smoke bombs return, parkour being a big focus. We're losing a lot of those RPG elements. It is very much in the vein of Assassin's Creed 1. And this is what I've been saying for years, is I do really like the open world RPG games, but they've not quite hit for me. I've always wanted them return to the classic Assassin's Creed formula and storyline, and we are finally getting that.
Yeah, I mean, for me, it had strong Revelations vibes. Like with the bomb, the Scarlet bomb that he threw. That was very, very cool. And yeah, I really am so in. I'm in for it. Valhalla and Odyssey and stuff were great, but the scope of it was too big. And I'm glad they're kind of going back to the roots, and also kind of potentially linking the Hidden Ones and the Assassin story. So maybe we see where the name changes, but I'm pretty sure Basim calls himself both a Hidden One and an assassin in Valhalla. So maybe we get that link finally.
So in the breakdown I watched, they said both the Order of the Ancients and the Hidden Ones are on the verge of changing their names and rebuilding their orders, but it will not outright happen in this game, but you'll see a lot of why we're heading that way. There's a tower that he's fighting and parkouring on in the trailer. I didn't catch this, and it's supposedly the tower or the building the Creed is born in when it finally becomes the Assassin's Creed. You're not going to see it complete the construction in the game, but it's just a nice little nod that we're getting very close in this timeline to the Hidden Ones and the Assassins becoming, well, having that change, sorry. As I said, I've always wanted to go back to more traditional storylines. I mean, I appreciate what they were doing with Origins and setting up the creation of the Hidden Ones with what's his name? What's the main character's name?
Bayek.
But it didn't really hit for me. Odyssey I enjoy a bit more, but again, wasn't too impressed with the lack of assassins and Templars. You can call them what you want, Hidden Ones, fucking Order of the Ancients, it is what it is, but I wasn't really bothered. And Valhalla, I feel like they were trying to give you a little something with the Basim and the Hidden Ones, but it still wasn't enough. So a game that's like proper Assassins versus Templars, just obviously with slight different names. I'm all for that iconic look, that iconic mechanics, and that refined focus. It's going to feel like playing a classic Assassin's Creed game, and I'm so excited, and everything about it looks great. Basim wasn't a character I would naturally pick, but obviously this is going to be a very different version of him because this is pre being possessed.
And I feel like it's going to be much more narratively driven. Whereas the later three games, as we mentioned, Origins, Odyssey, and Valhalla, they're more open world. You can kind of do your own thing. There's no drive to finish the story straight away. You could do literally whatever you want. In especially the first Assassin's Creed, you go from A to Z. It's a linear story. There's other bits you can do, but you can't progress unless you do, the next quest. Which I think this is probably going to draw more upon, which is good. Which is what I do like.
Yeah, I mean, they're calling it a 20 to 30 hour game, where normally they call it 100 hours plus.
Oh yeah, Valhalla took me 120 hours to platinum. But the rumour is that, and it wasn't announced, and there's no confirmation. I'm going to have to say it, Jack. For a season pass for Mirage, there apparently is going to be an AC1 remake. Now, if they are going back to its roots, Mirage is the perfect place to have this remake. We'll get on to where else it could turn up later, but if it happens, I'm going to be so happy. Actually, maybe not. If it's part of a DLC, then it wouldn't have its own platinum, and that's a whole nother story. But it could happen.
I don't think they're going back to their roots, and I will talk about that why in a minute. But yeah, very excited. 2023 release date. I do think this makes it, 'cause it's not been a new Assassin's Creed game for ages. So I think we will actually get this one. So then they start talking about... Where's the shitty mobile game? Assassin's Creed codename Jade is an open-world Assassin's Creed game for mobile devices. The game is a new mobile entry set in ancient China called Assassin's Creed Jade. It will feature classic Assassin's Creed gameplay and take place in an open world that is built well to work with touch controls. Players will be able to create their own assassin protagonist for the first time ever. I don't care. I'm not playing your mobile game. I am playing your mobile game. This probably will get me to... I'll probably give it a try, unless it costs, which it probably will. Then I'm not interested.
Yeah, it doesn't say free to play, does it? So I will probably play it depending on gameplay. Like if it is kind of... I don't know if you ever played GTA on the mobile, but it had like a thumbstick embedded.
Yes.
If it's something like that, I could probably fuck with it. But I don't know. I'll have to see before spunking money on it. But if it is going to be a proper game, proper Assassin's Creed game, I can't not play it. That's my problem.
Unfortunately, I'm in the same boat as you. So we'll talk about the next two games and Infinity as one. So they really didn't say much about Infinity to explain it, but then I sent you an IGN interview article, which I felt like explained it much better. So we're not going to necessarily talk about how they described Infinity in the show, because I think they did a shit job. So Infinity, from what the article said, it's a platform. It's not a game. We know that much. And it's where they're going to be hosting the Assassin's Creed experience moving forward. Now, when it launches, it will essentially be a launcher for other games. You'll still be able to buy upcoming Assassin's Creed games digitally or as a box. They won't install Infinity, but you can launch them from Infinity if you want to, and that's how it's going to look at launch. It is essentially Steam, but for Assassin's Creed at launch, right? They're then talking about, as it progresses forwards, there'll be more what they're calling experiences in it. So one of the things the article said is they'll be moving like the codexes that you used to get in the Assassin's Creed games will now be found in Infinity. There'll also be where the modern story now takes place. So I saw this in a different article I didn't send to you, Mark, but there is no modern day story in Mirage, and there will be no more modern day stories in any Assassin's Creed games moving forward. I'm
not happy with that.
No, or am I? All that information will now be found in Infinity. They didn't make it clear whether that meant there would be 2 or 3 hour little games, maybe, about the modern story, or whether they'll do it via videos or text documents. They were very unclear, but modern story will now live in Infinity, not at launch, but at some point in the near future. And finally, that multiplayer will live in Infinity, but that seems to be quite far off. They didn't really have anything to say or show, except from they're investigating how to do multiplayer that will probably take place across multiple centuries, they were saying, in multiple games. They mentioned you could play old games from there, but I don't think, from what I've read, it won't be like they're adding old games like AC1, AC2 into Infinity. It'll just be, again, it'll be a launcher. If you have it already installed on your console, you could launch it from Infinity if you want. Who the fuck would do that? Do you know what I mean? Like, if
I don't know.
I turn my PS5 on, and I've got currently Unity and 4 installed. Now, if I want to play it, what do I do? Am I going to just hit Assassin's Creed 4 off my PS5 homepage? Or am I going to open Infinity, wait for it to load, get through their menus, and then launch it via there? What's the fucking point?
I don't know. It's kind of cool, though.
Why? Why is it cool?
I think it will be like, you know when Hitman 3 came out? And if you had the other two, it combined to make one big game. I think it'll be more like that.
No, they're saying it won't be. They specifically said it won't be combined. So it's not gonna. If I don't know, if Mirage is 100 gigabytes, Infinity's not gonna go up by 100 gigabytes when you install it. It is very much two separate things. It is just a launcher for those games at the moment. That doesn't mean in the future they won't add little 2-3 hour experiences to it, but they confirmed Mirage and their future main AAA games are just being launched via Infinity, not stored in there.
Maybe there's added bonuses for it. I don't really know. Maybe it's all to do with the direction that they're going in. At the moment, there's no point, but I guess if it's going to be to do with multiplayer, maybe you can only access the multiplayer through Infinity if you launch the game. But then that would mean that whoever doesn't have Infinity and who bought the game...
Yeah, they're making it very clear you can play future games without Infinity at all. So for future AAA games, it is just being launched. Now, multiplayer, modern day story, and codexes will be Infinity exclusive. And that's when it's going to become probably a bit more useful and a bit more worth having. But that's not going to be really available at launch, from what they're saying. At launch, it is just it is just launching games you already have installed.
Yeah, well, I'll get it. Even if it is just a launcher, I'm getting it.
I think it's pointless until it's got some meat to it.
No.
And
I'll have it.
I don't know why. It's not going to have any trophies. You know that, right? They said specifically it's an
Yeah.
app.
I want it.
You're part of the problem.
You're part of the solution.
Yes, part of the solution. You're there. We'll see about that. So they announced 2 more games. And announce is a fucking loose term for it. We'll start with the smaller of the 2. Assassin's Creed codename Hexy. They...
Did you say the smaller of the 2?
Yeah.
Oh, I don't think it's going to be smaller.
No, it is. They confirmed it. Hexy's the small one. Hexy, they showed off...
Have they confirmed it?
They've done interviews since they're forward. Hexy's a small experience from what they're saying. So Hexy's the witch hunt game, not the Japan one.
Yeah, no, I know, but they haven't confirmed that it's Witch Hunt either.
No, but it's the same person who leaked Mirage said it's a witch hunt game, and I mean, to be honest, it's kindling hanging from a tree. I don't know how else you would take it. It's a witch hunt.
Oh yeah, no, I'm not. I was saying to Jordan last night after the thing, I was like, "It's definitely about witch hunts." But yeah. Anyway, continue.
So they announced it with a small 30-second trailer. It was said to be a very different type of Assassin's Creed game and may feature witchcraft. And from what I saw in articles they spoke afterwards, they're talking about this being more of an experience for Infinity and less of a game. Because they specifically, will get to what the next big game is, they specifically say that next game is a AAA open world RPG, where this is called an experience. So I think it's clear this is going to be a smaller game. I think this is them experimenting with what they can put on the Infinity Platinum. But yeah, not a lot to say. It's almost definitely a witch hunt setting game. Put in Salem, maybe. Who knows? That's just a wild guess. And this goes
Yeah, I
back
mean the whole thing that they're saying is that it's where is it? They said it's a very different type of game, and I think a different type of Assassin's Creed game, which means it could be like a narrative game, so like more like a Telltale or a The Quarry kind of game.
I mean, it doesn't mean it won't have meat to it, but it definitely won't be an open world RPG.
Yeah, I just hope it's not Chronicles. Hope it's not a Chronicles type game.
This is now starting to get into the same problem I had with the Disney Marvel event. It's a 30-second trailer of a logo. Just don't tell me about it until you've got something more to say again. And we know this is years away. They don't even bother to try and give it a year. They say it's the future. I'd rather just heard about Mirage Infinity, and that's about it. I don't need to hear about this game that's potentially 3 or 4 years away. It was particularly cringe that Assassin's Creed event, Sean Wallace, right? I think that's his name. Or was that his
Danny
parents?
Wallace.
Danny Wallace, who plays Sean Hastings. Sorry, got the two confused. Yeah. Nothing against the guy, but he's obviously there to do a job, and you show 10 seconds of a logo spinning, and he goes, "That looks amazing." So does it? Does it, my friends?
Yeah. Yeah, and I love how he was like, "Oh yeah, I'm playing Valhalla at the moment. Oh, I love these DLCs. Oh, I'm gonna go home and play them as soon as I get out from here."
It's a weird
Of course you're
coincidence.
not.
Weird coincidence that a game that's been out for 3 years, you're only now just playing on the same day you're playing doing the Ubisoft event. What a weird coincidence.
Yeah.
And then last but not least, Assassin's Creed Infinity officially revealed with... Oh, sorry, I'm reading the wrong part of the article. The last game that we're going to talk about, Ubisoft shared the first...
Codename Red.
Codename Red, thank you, that's the bit I was looking for. That will follow the life of a shinobi in feudal Japan. Finally, Assassin's Creed players get their Japan setting. This article doesn't say it, but they definitely said it's their next triple A open world RPG game.
Yep.
And that's why when we were talking about Mirage not too long ago, I do wonder if that really is just you're lucky you're getting a more of a classic Assassin's Creed game, but we're going straight back to our open world RPGs that take 300 hours to complete.
It was meant to be DLC.
It was,
wasn't it?
yeah.
Mirage.
So I wonder if this is just a pit stop and just a nice little treat. And then Codename Red will go back to the more... well, what's now becoming traditional for Assassin's Creed. But based on the outfit, the hidden blade and stuff shown in that quick trailer, it does look like it will actually be a bit more Assassin's Creedy in terms of setting and look and feel. And if they can mix the Assassin's Creed story with the open RPG in a better way than they've done previously, then yeah, cool, stay as open world RPG. But we're not going backwards towards our traditional Assassin's Creed games. We're still very much pushing forward, I think, with open world RPGs.
I wonder if it's a test to see if they can do both. So at one point, Kart was created by 2 companies. I don't know if they still are created by 2 companies.
3 at one point.
3, yeah. So maybe it would be something similar where they have 2 series moving on as forward. So they have these bigger RPGs, but then they're interlaced with these smaller 30-hour settings where, it's a lot less work for everyone, but people still have fun. So, for example, they could do Codename Red, but then they could have a spin-off that is much smaller, but set at the same time.
Yeah.
Or something like that. That would be the best way that they could maximise their profits and keep everyone happy. Because then they got 2 different types.
I 100% agree with you. I just hope Codename Red embraces the Assassin's Creed lore way more than Valhalla, Origins, and Odyssey did. I know a lot of people wanted Japan for setting for quite some time. I'm glad we're finally getting there. Well, I guess we kind of got there in Chronicles, but not really. But I just really hope it's not just players...
That was China, wasn't it?
I can't remember. I do apologise if that is incorrect.
I think it was China.
But yeah, I hope we're not just some random ninja assassin-y type person, and we're nothing to do with the assassins. I don't, like they did with Valhalla, right? Eivor, if it wasn't for his meeting Basim, he's got nothing to do with the assassins, right? But I know it's just a reveal trailer and a lot can change, but that I think it's a she in this assassin. So I'm going to assume she until we know otherwise. She very much looks like she's dressed in a standard Assassin's Creed uniform, and we see the hidden blades. So I've got higher hopes that they can finally mix the classic game story look and feel that we love with open world RPGs. But yeah, that was the Ubisoft event. You didn't get your remake.
I didn't get my remake.
I
got a lot of
Prince of
Assassin's
Persia.
Creed. No. What else did we get? We got no Far Cry.
No Far Cry.
We got no Immortals. I thought there was going to be an Immortals 2 announcement.
Yep, no Immortals, no Far Cry, no Prince of Persia.
Based off nothing apart from what I want. Well, I haven't finished it yet. First one, but
no Splinter Cell remake update.
Oh, that would have been so good. Splinter Cell. I've heard rumours as well. Rumours that Splinter Cell is still coming, but nothing.
It's very interesting that we have this Ubisoft Assassin's Creed event, and they didn't speak about Assassin's Creed VR, which is real. It was confirmed a while ago. It's in active development. Yeah, it didn't come up at all.
Maybe it's just not going well. Maybe.
Yeah, I had a little look after the event, and again, take this with a grain of salt because it is Reddit. But a lot of Reddit leakers were claiming that they had to restart development at the beginning of this year because it wasn't going well. So that could if that is true, which we don't know, could be quite some time away. And then you joked about it a little bit earlier, but yeah, no Beyond Good and Evil 2. No Joseph Gordon-Levitt on fucking stage telling me to be part of his game.
Yeah, yeah. But they can put my business in their game.
Yeah.
They can do it. It's free advertising.
Madness. So yeah, both events a little meh. Assassin's Creed being a little bit more exciting, but really, for me, only Mirage, because I do very much have this attitude of if it's not coming soon, I'm not too interested.
Yep.
Okay.
So really, the only two ones to come from Ubisoft is Skull and Bones and Mirage are the ones we were excited for. So
also thought, considering how long Mirage has been in development, weird that we didn't get at least a summer 2023 or a winter 2023, just 2023. So long wait to find out when that game comes out. But we shall see. Let us know in the comments what you thought of both shows. Is there anything you particularly liked? Anything you didn't like? Am I just being a miserable fuck? Who knows? But like, comment, subscribe, and do all that other shit YouTubers say to annoy you. And we will catch you for another episode.
Yep. See you later, guys. Have fun. Have a nice day.
Don't have a nice day.
Oh.
No. Bye.
Bye.